What's up, guys? We hit 4,000 subscribers. I'm so excited. I literally could not handle the excitement. Last night I went to bed and I was like 2 away, and I was like, oh, I could totally stay up, and I fell asleep, and then I woke up this morning to 4,000 and I was so excited. It was such a great way to start my day. So thank you guys so much for that. I appreciate it so much. Thank you for supporting me over these couple of years, or if you're new here, thank you for joining. I'm just so excited. So I figured that I would do a Q&A because there are a lot of new people on here. So I figured I would just do a Q&A so you can get to know me a little bit better, because why not? So I asked you guys some questions, to give me some questions on YouTube last night. So I didn't get that many because I asked so late, but I do have old questions people wanted to ask me before. I do have other questions that people wanted to ask, and I'm gonna throw in a couple that some people have asked me before, like in person. So I'm gonna just do that for you guys. So if you're excited, give a like, comment down below if you guys have any questions, and I will answer those for you. Don't forget to subscribe, and let's get started. I got myself some Chick-fil-A just to celebrate, so I have my soda here if I need to drink. So the first question I'm actually gonna answer is one that I've actually gotten quite a bit, like from just like work or people on here as well. Was my voice, oh my god. It was how was getting married during a world pandemic. So my husband and I, if you don't know, we were dating for almost 2 years, or it was like a year and a half, but we knew each other for about 5 or 6 years because we worked together. And we started dating because we were just hanging out as friends at first, and then we started dating, blah, blah, blah. We knew we wanted to get married eventually. But we always had a plan of we didn't know when, and maybe like 2-3 years or stuff like that. And I went on a cruise before the pandemic started. It was in February, like the middle of February, and that's when my husband went and bought my engagement ring. So that's my ring. This is, people get confused. They think it's just an engagement ring, but it's actually my engagement ring and my band. So that's what they look like, and my band just connects with my engagement ring. But he went and got my ring in February when I was gone, and he was planning on proposing to me in Disney World in July. We had the hotel booked. We just said we were going just for fun, and I thought we were just going for fun, even though I did have like a little idea that he was going to propose, but I didn't really know the extent of it. He had planned to fly my parents out and be there for a couple days with us as well, because we were going with his family. And then the pandemic happened in like the end of March, beginning of April. And then in April, there was a stay-at-home order, so my parents wouldn't let us see each other because we both did work at a big grocery store, and we got in contact with so many people within a day. She didn't want to add the amount of contact because his dad also works at a Publix, so that would be 3 different Publixes that we would be surrounded by people. So she just limited to just me going to work. So it was just 1 Publix instead of 3. So we didn't get to see each other in April, and it was really, really hard, and it really sucked because we knew, I think eventually I knew my parents weren't gonna let us see each other because of everything that was going on, and that really bothered me. And then we talked about it on the phone a couple of days, like, oh my gosh, we should just get married, haha, as a joke. And then we were like, oh my gosh, why not just get married? So he proposed to me at the end of April, and then we literally had less than 2 weeks to plan our wedding, because we were like, oh, we'll just get married, and we'll get married on May the 4th because that's a Star Wars day, and my husband's a really big Star Wars fan. And I'm just a really big Disney fan, so you're like, oh my gosh, it's perfect. So we planned our wedding in a week and a half. My mom did such a good job. I can insert a couple pictures for you guys of what our wedding looked like a little bit. It was really, really sweet, and it was just his family and just my family, just to keep it like very, very close knit because there was crazy stuff going on in the world. And we did live stream for the people that couldn't be there because, like I said, everything that was going on, we were lucky we had our parents and our family there. We didn't have his nieces and his brother-in-law there because the girls are so little. We didn't want to risk anything with the girls. So sadly, those girls weren't there, and I still am very sad that the little girls weren't there. But yeah, and then we just got married in May the 4th, and I've just moved in with him and his family because we're saving for a house. And yeah, that's basically us getting married in a pandemic. Do I wish I got married outside of a pandemic? Honestly, no, because I love the way their wedding was. I think it was so, like, I loved it so much. I don't like attention, so I think it was like perfect because even that amount of people was a little too much for me, even though it was just our families. But it was really sweet. But we do both wish we kind of still got engaged in Disney because that was always a dream of mine, and that was just like really, really sweet, and like it would have been so cute. But we're still so happy with how we did everything. So yeah, that's how we got married. Someone asked me what is my favorite restaurant, and my favorite restaurant is a Mexican restaurant. It's Papas and Beer. It's really, really good. I love their spicy green enchiladas. They are so good. Like, I can't handle spice, and I forget how spicy they are every time, but it's so worth it. I Postmates it like all the time, and I need to chill because it's expensive, so, but it's so good. I mean, the restaurant's not expensive. Postmating it is expensive, but Papas and Beer is where it's at. So someone asked me what are my Thanksgiving and Christmas traditions. So I will start with like when Cole and I got together, because obviously now he's part of my family and I'm part of his family. So now we have like 2 houses we have to go to. So what we do, or what we did the last 2 years, has been we would go to my house first on Thanksgiving because we usually ate earlier than his family did. So we would spend the morning / afternoon with my family, and then eat dinner around 2 or 3 o'clock because my dad loves eating Thanksgiving like that early. And then after that, we would have dessert, and then we would leave by like maybe 3:30, and then we would go to his house, and hopefully our stomachs will be settled by then. He can eat a lot, so it doesn't bother him, but like for me, I'm like, gotta pace myself. And then we would go to his house the rest of the night and have Thanksgiving there. So we have 2 Thanksgivings. And then for Christmas, I always had to be with my family because I lived there and I wasn't married to him yet. So I would just go there, but he would come over and hang out, not on Christmas Day, but on Christmas Eve for dinner. So he would come over like 3:30, 4 o'clock, and then we eat dinner, and then we would go to his house and have Christmas Eve there. And then I would leave, and then we probably wouldn't see each other on Christmas Day. And then like if we did, it was not that long at all, maybe a couple hours. But this year, for Christmas, we're going to my dad's and my mom's for Christmas Eve, and then we'll be here on Christmas Day. Since we live here, we'll wake up with them, and then we'll spend all of Christmas Eve with my family because I just think we have split days. It'll be fun. So I'm also going to read some of the assumptions that people have of me that I asked this question like a month or 2 ago, and I didn't get a lot because I've already done one of these and a lot of people already answered. But I'm gonna answer the ones that I have now real quick because there's not a lot, not enough to do a whole video on it. So I'm gonna answer those real fast. So the first one is, you're stuck up. P.S. I absolutely love your videos. Thank you so much. And for the stuck up part, I feel like I can be or look very bitchy, and like I have like the resting bitch face. That's just my face, but I'm very, very, very shy. Like I don't like meeting new people at all. So like if you see me in public and you come up to me and I look like a bitch, it's because like I'm I'm just like nervous and scared. But definitely talk to me though if you do. But I wouldn't say I'm stuck up. I'm just very shy and I just have that face. But when you get to know me, I'm really funny and goofy. I think people really say that a lot, that they didn't expect me to be this way when we first met. I had a friend that said she thought she would hate me and she thought I was a bitch, and then we got to know each other and we were like best friends and we had so much fun together. So yeah, I wouldn't say I'm stuck up. I just say maybe I have my moments. Someone said you got married really fast, and yes, I did, but then again, I didn't, because he was planning on proposing to me anyway, and we just moved it up a little bit because of everything that was going on, and we didn't want to be without each other anymore and stuff like that. I don't want to like explain it to you again because I just did like a whole long thing in the beginning, and I know people don't want to hear it again. So, but yeah, we did get married fast, but at the same time, it was fast for social media, but not for us. So someone else said, I follow your mother, so I assume that you're just as wonderful as she is. Because these were the questions on Instagram. And everybody says I'm just like my mom, my husband, my father. They say I'm just like my mother, so I guess that's the compliment. I love my mom. So I think that's all the questions I'm going to answer and the assumptions that I'm going to answer for you guys today. Thank you guys so much. If you have any questions, leave them down below for possibly another video, or I can just answer them in the comments if that's what you would like. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more. Thank you guys so much for 4,000. Again, I appreciate it so much, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!